Hello. Hello. Happy Easter, Cassie. Miss you too. Today all I made for me and my husband, he wanted Spanish rice. And I put some tomatoes with the little chilies in it. And it was a little hot. So I didn't eat much. And I thought I would make him some fry bread tonight. Just some old-fashioned fry bread. Not a whole lot involved in it. Just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get you started. I just watched our church site. Brother Tim was singing and preaching. So now I'm going to make our fry bread. So what you do with this, and I'm making a mess already. This is a 1 cup. You put 2 cups of regular flour or all-purpose, or if you don't, you can put self-rising if you want to. Okay? And you put, and now I could not find my sifter, so I'm doing it without sifting it. So you got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder. This is the way I was seen it made, so from back when, so I'm going to go with that. The one important thing you want to do with this is make sure your grease is hot, because if your grease is not hot, you're not going to have very good, you're going to have greasy fry breads. It ain't going to taste good. So we got that, and we're going to do a teaspoon of salt. No sugar, because your sugar is going to be what you put on top. So 2 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of milk. Now I'll pour that milk in there. This is a simple fry bread recipe, and we always put the sweet on top. You can put jelly or apple butter or anything, just like you do regular yeast bread. But this is going to be a fry bread that it's going to start out sticky. Okay. Start out sticky. And this is one you're going to have to work just a little bit, but it's fun. It's fun. So now I'm going to put a little bit of flour down here on my mat thing. I'll put a little bit in there. Throw that out on your table or whatever you've got there. And I washed my big skillet out from my rice, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use this smaller one because I want to space them, and I want to put them all in that big one. So you just kind of pat that out. Get this out of your way. Pat that out with your flour. Work it. It'll get to where it's not sticky. So you have to work it up. Just work it and knead it with your fingers. And it's fun because it's called fun fry bread, okay? Fun fry bread. And as soon as I get this worked up and show you that, I'll turn the camera just a little bit so you can see the skillet better. See, it's starting to be a beautiful piece of dough. You just keep working it. You want to work all that powder, baking powder and stuff into that a little. You just want to put your 2 cups of flour, though, to start with, because you want to make sure that you're not, you know, over flouring it. You can flour it while you're working it up. Just take your fingertips, and that way you'll know when it's not sticky to put in there. If you still have sticky, it's not worked up enough. And on these tonight, I'm just going to put some butter and honey. And I'm going to put probably some butter and powdered sugar on one. Let me see how my dough's, or yep, my oil's ready, and it's on low. I've got it in the the iron skillet. So you want to just go ahead and, whenever your dough fries and has bubbles in it, your oil, then you know your oil is ready for your dough. And that way, if you make it that way and don't try to hurry putting it in your oil, you won't have oily, yucky fry breads. And it looks like I'm adding a lot, but I'm not. I'm just adding a little bit at a time till I feel that stickiness go out of it. Because when you put your fingers down in there, you'll be able to tell if it's too sticky or not. It's still just a little bit sticky there, but I'm only putting like a half a teaspoon on at a time. And that's all I made today. I didn't make no big Easter dinner or nothing. I think we ate like an ounce of cheese each, Colby cheese. It's funny because he came in, he goes, "Here's your pill." I said, "Pill for what?" And it was a little block of cheese. I said, what pill? For what? He started laughing. He said, "For that rice you made." He said, "It was just a little bit hot, and I figured we need something to counteract that." That's funny. So, this is about right. Just want to work that in together, take that, make a ball. There's your ball dough. It's not good lighting. Anyway, now I'm going to take this here and just cut that. I'm going to pat it out and cut that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do 6. I don't know how big these are going to be, but I'm going to take and do this with them. Just like you would regular yeast bread. Let me get around here so you can see this. And just kind of put that out like you would pizza dough. in whatever shape you want. And I'm going to do them a little long. And I'm just going to lay that right in there. That scared me. So we got that fry bread going now. And when you see that come up on your float up, you're going to have to check it. See, I've got that on low still. Once you get a skillet hot like that in the iron, it stays hot. You wouldn't dare to try to do that on like high or medium even. You get it hot and then turn it down. So I'm just going to stick that in there. This one's ready to turn over already. See, that's not very long. Does not take very long. So you can see how pretty and brown that is. You want to watch it too. You don't want to let them get too awful brown. Get the other one ready while I'm waiting. This one is done. So I'm just going to make sure all that grease is out of them holes and put this over here. So I'll put another one in. This one's done, I believe. Yeah. This one's done. I'll show you when we get done what we're going to do with them. We'll have 6 of them. And that's plenty enough because we're not going to sit and eat all them. Well, I'm not. But I'm tired of fixing things. It's just him and I here, and there's no use to fixing things way up. Because these fresh fry breads, I call them fun fry breads because I'm playing in dough like I did when I was little. So these fry breads are really, that one's not done yet. They're going to be good. And I don't see any grease on them. I know they're hot. But I just don't see any grease on them. That's why you have to have your oil ready before you stick them in there. Turn this one around. That's got a big dip in it. So what I'm going to be doing with that, I'm going to be putting something in that. And be very careful. I wouldn't advise you to let your kids do this or anything. I've got a deep fryer over there, but I don't want to use it. I want to use it in my skillet so I can keep a good eye on it. That one's getting done. Get another one done here. So basically all you need your fingers and a stir spoon and your ingredients. Salt, baking powder, milk, and flour. And then you get out. If you got jelly, get it out. If you got apple butter, get it out. If you got powdered sugar, just whatever you want to put on them. Put some butter on them and some powdered sugar or your jellies or whatever. See, these two are, that one there, this one here is about done. I think that one's done. That golden brown. Okay. Just put that one over there. This one here. You see that grease is still hot. As soon as they float up, that's when you want to check them and turn them. Of course, I've got a mess here again. That's all right. Got to have a mess. A lot of people can do this without a mess, but I don't. I just do it and get it over with and clean it up. Then I sit down and I enjoy. Okay, let me turn this one over. That side's done. And that one's not done. Seems like on this side it takes a little bit longer. They look delicious. Look very good. You can put anything you want on it, Cassie. Anything at all. Cinnamon and sugar. I used to make these and take down to the auction. They had an auction down at this lot, and I made these and I throwed them in cinnamon and sugar, and they ate them right up. I sold them for $1 a piece, and they got them. They just come right over and got them. And I made them. I went down on the auction thing about 11 o'clock, and I would just sell them. Sell cookies, all kinds of stuff. But these are pretty simple to make. But you can, I mean, like I said, you can put anything you want on them. Anything you like. I'm putting butter and honey on ours, and I'm going to put powdered sugar on one or two. Because he likes honey, and it just sounded good to both of us. So I got my little powdered sugar thing here. I'm going to put that on it. And the butter, of course. You get a spoon, little spoon to get some butter out. Just thought it'd be a good little treat for us for Easter. Let me throw this in that bag. There we go. So, just about done. Yes, we like honey. I've got the comb honey, and then I've got this. I'm going to use this tonight. It's 100% honey. We just bought it the other day, and then his friend brought him the honey comb with the honey. Get these done and out of the way. They're floating around, but I want to get them just a little bit more brown. It's been hot and humid here today. These are still really hot, so when I put the butter on them, they'll still be good. Taking that a minute. Still bubbling good though. I've got some blackberry jam in there and a little bit of grape jelly and apple, but I'll probably put one of them on if I eat another. My first one's going to be honey, probably. But anyway. Hi, Cindy. I know, it's been that way here, too. I haven't done much of anything, really. We sang a little bit, and he played the fiddle and guitar, and I made that rice, and just didn't do a whole lot of anything. This is getting browned up. I think this one's done. Get that done, and I'll move that skillet so you can see something here. There, that's just about done. Yeah, there we go. Now let me put this hot skillet down here in the oven to cool off in case I want to make some again. And let me turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. I think that's them right there. So now we're going to start buttering. So you just take your butter and just slide on there while that's hot and warm or whatever it is. These are still hot. Yum, yum, yum. I could eat mine just like that. And this is a good thing too. I mean, if you got kids at home, to make them, because it's filling and they'll love them. You could have it as a bread with your spaghetti. You could do anything with it. Just anything. Let me turn that off. Probably a good idea. Anything. You can do anything you want with these. It's just very creative. I mean, you think of your own way. Just use that base and do it. So I've got real butter on them. Just butter them up. Go. Nope, missed one. Don't want to miss one. I mean, this is a good staple. You know, if you run low on something, just make some of these fry breads and you got it made. Put whatever you got in the house on it. So there's the butter. This one here is, I believe, is the first one that I got out of there. And it's still hot. Let me set them up for you here. That butter dripping off of there, yum, yum. So there's your fry bread. Now, with this one, it's still really hot, but now's the fun part, okay? Now's the fun part. Just take that honey and drizzle that over that. Now, come on, you know you're going to want some after this. Drizzle that honey down over it. Yeah, it's going to be a little sticky, but that's okay. Drizzle that honey down over that. And then you just get you a napkin or something and do this. That is so good. So good. And we did this in minutes. In minutes, you can have fry bread. I'm going to take a little bit of this. Put some powdered sugar on that. Yummy. Just eat it while it's warm. It's really good. Do the inside of that. Real nice. Put some butter, honey, and powdered sugar on it. I guarantee you, you'll love it. Oh, good. It's really good. That's the great thing about being the cook. You can always eat a bite too. So I'll eat this. And I'll lay them on the table and cover them up. And say, hey, honey, we got some honey buns. Believe me, if you've got kids, you got to make these. You know, our grandmas and great-grandmas made this kind of stuff because they didn't have bread sometimes. They didn't have this or that, so they just did this. And it's a good thing to go back to. For it is delicious. I'd rather have this than to go out in the store and buy a honey bun. It's so bready and soft and tender and browned on the outside. Drizzled with honey. Butter underneath that. And powdered sugar. It's everything I thought it would be. I'm gonna eat the whole piece. So good. Michelle, you need to make these for your kids. They'll love them. I'm not telling you need to, I'm just saying be a nice thing to make. And it's so much easier than trying to build a pie or something else. I guarantee you, if my kids and grandkids is here, they'd be eating this. They'd love it. That beats any honey bun you could ever get in the bakery. All 100% honey. Everything. Yeah, they're good. I bet your kids really like them, and especially that college boy of yours. Give him a couple of them. It'll fill him up. Anyway, I'm going to go. I gotta get off this hard chair. Honey buns. Delicious honey buns. One batter will make 6 nice size ones. God bless you all. I love you. Juicy, nice, tender, luscious honey buns. Homemade. In minutes. How could you beat that? Let me know if you make them. If you do, go live and let me see. God bless you.